As I mentioned last class, you will have a quiz, but it won't be right now. We're going to go over this, go over a couple of practice problems. You're going to do activity and then do your quiz. Anyone have the answer to the first one that they want to put up? Alex, go for it. You don't have to show how you did it, just put your answer up. Really quickly, I am going to show you how you would have done that in Desmos, but my stuff is already up and done. Let's backtrack. There we go. Alright, so once you put all of your data in, and I didn't see this as much in this class, but remember that unless you see years, you are not changing your x values. This should be exactly whatever it says. So put in those data points, and then if you're using Desmos, you would type in your y1 tilde mx1 plus b. It would give you your m and your b, and it said to round to the nearest hundredths. So that would be 2 decimal places. So y equals 4.42x plus 105.85. Questions on that one? Okay. Also notice that this only said write the equation. It didn't ask you to predict anything, so don't do more than what the question asks. Okay. For this one, anyone want to come up here to write their equation and write their answer? Okay. For this one, you need to remember that all of the years need to be changed. Whatever the first year is, you make that 0. Then every year after that, how many years has it been since? So from 1988 to 1992 was 4 years. 1988 to 1996 was another 4 years, so 8. 2000 was another 4 years, so 12. 2004 was another 4 years, so 16. And then 88 to 2008 was another 4 years, so 20. So then the data you would be putting in is 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, those numbers, and the voter numbers. You would put that into your L1, L2 in the calculator or in your Desmos list. I have to unclick everything and unput it. No? Right. Okay, so as we put those data points in, and I type in my new equation, so because I have a second table, I was telling you about this the other day, you just didn't see it. When you have a second table, it changes it from x1, y1 to x2, y2. So in your equation, you need y2 and x2, otherwise it won't match up. It'll be trying to do whatever from the first one. So then your equation was y equals 0.03 x plus 1.7. So that would be what you would write down, but in your Desmos. So you could either use all the decimals and make a table, or it's looking for which year we would expect to have 2.5 million voters. So we're looking for X and we have our Y. We can say our Y is 2.5. Put that into Desmos. It just doesn't want me to click it. Okay, got it. There we go. And see where those two intersect. However, 28.359 is not the answer to our problem because it's asking for what year. So we would take that and add it to the original year to get 2016. So 2016 was our answer. Questions on that? When we get back from lunch, we're going to go through 3 SOL type problems, and then I'm going to explain the activity, and then you'll be taking your quiz. Alright, so here are some examples of what it may look like on the SOL. We haven't really done this before because anything we do is really fair game for what it could look like on the SOL. But line and best fit, there's like specifics. Alright, so with this first one, we're going to go ahead and put this into Desmos, into the calculator. However you want to do that, go ahead and start that process. I'm going to be using Desmos. So add your table, put all that data in. I lost the thing. Okay. If you are using Desmos, remember that for the X, if you hit enter a couple times, it'll realize the pattern and put in the rest of those for you. The Y's you'll have to put in individually. If you're using the calculator, you'll need to follow the steps to do the next piece, which is go over to Calc and find your linear regression. Before we figure this part out, as we're looking at these are going up. So anything that is negative, we can get rid of. So A and B, we can eliminate. It has to be C or D. So on my Desmos, I'm going to type in Y1 tilde MX1 plus B But on Desmos and on your calculator, you're going to get decimals, whereas the answers have fractions. So we're going to have to see which one of these slopes is closest to 1.25. Notice that all the y-intercepts are the same, but it's close to 3. It's just not exact. That's okay. So 4 over 5 and 5 over 4. Let's see what both of those are. Which one is closer to the slope that we found? Nature? Yes, the 5 over 4 is closer to 1.25, so D would be our answer. It's not exact. That's why it's asking which best or most closely represents. If we want it to be accurate, it would be what we found. But it's multiple choice, so it can't do that. Questions on that one? Now, this next one, you could find the x and y coordinate of each point, put those in. That would take a while. Because it gave you a graph, though, and it gave you answer for this, you could graph these lines on here and see which one best fits it. But first, let's eliminate some. Which lines could we eliminate? For equations, could we eliminate? F and G, Y. Okay, so all these points are going down, so our slope has to be negative. So it has to be H or J. Let's graph these 2 points, or these 2 lines on this graph and see which one best fits it better. So they both have a y-intercept of 6, so that's where I'm going to start. Slope of negative 2 over 5. So go down 2 to the right 5. And keep doing that. Now, it looks like H might be our answer because the points are like surrounding that line. But draw in J just to make sure. So start at the same point, but now it's negative 5 over 2. So go down 5 and to the right 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I missed some of that. Which line better fits this set of data points? Say it again. H. So, even though it's asking about line of best fit, we don't necessarily have to use the line of best fit. If we did that, we would have gotten H either way. Questions on that one? On the back, there's one more. So same thing. We're going to be finding our line of best fit, whether you use Desmos or the calculator, does not matter. So I'm going to put this into Desmos. And really, for you guys' sake, I'm just doing that because it's faster. If you want to use the calculator, feel free to do that. Right. I'm going to leave my equation and just get rid of the points here and change out those points. Alright, so we have 5, 10, 15. Be careful here because the pattern isn't the same for all the points. I messed something up. You can't change that.
Those admin's not working.
Hold on.
What do we do?
Hold on. I'm gonna pause this. Okay. So once you have this in, I have my equation in already.
This computer.
I just want to zoom in. Nope, not like that. Like this. Okay. If you didn't, you'd have to retype this in y1 tilde mx1 plus b. Your decimals don't match what's given again, but which one best matches it? Sophia. Say that again.
Still didn't hear you.
A, yes. What they did was round probably more than they was supposed to, but that's okay. Rounded this like twice, and then 35 is close. Any questions on those? Yes. All right. I'm going to shorten this a little bit because I want you to have enough time for your quiz. What time is it? 29. Yeah. So instead of 10, it's going to be 5. So if you want to cross that out, you can do that. On the little half sheet, instead of 10, you could do 5. You are going to go around the room and ask 5 people their age and their height. If you don't know what your height is, guess. Christian is probably the tallest person in here, so shorter than him. Pick something shorter than him. You're going to convert those ages to months, so you guys can talk to each other on how to do that, and convert that height to inches. So again, you guys can talk to each other on how to do that. Then you're going to use your data to find the line of best fit. Then you're going to use that line of best fit to make a prediction on how tall a 21-year-old would be, a 30-year-old, and then I'm not going to tell you my age, you can guess. Guess how tall I am based on your data. Anyone have questions on what you're doing / how you are doing this? Alright, I'm going to give you let's say 15 to 20 minutes to do this. Go ask people. Once you have finished, I want you to come put your line of best fit, your 21 years, 2 years, and predictions up here. For the things that are up here, your answers for these should be in height. So those of you who found years, I feel like that should be height, not years. If they are supposed to be height in inches, I guess 47 is the closest in inches, not years. I'm 5'6".
Are you 47?
I'm not 5'6". Okay. Also, just so that you guys are aware, so your data was all going to be weird because you all are around the same age. Trying to use your data for my height, height and age don't correlate with each other really well anyway, because you could be really old and really short, really young and really tall. They don't really mean anything together. So trying to use your age data to find my height was never going to work. So it's okay.